Welcome to Man of Steel. Van gives hope. I would like to see the positive page on YouTube or positive page on Facebook, whatever. But right now, I'm not feeling all that positive. Now, as you all know, I started a page since Man of Steel movie came out, and my aim was to post just positive stuff about the DCU and anything connected to the DC. And I will carry on doing that on Facebook. But this is a YouTube channel where I like to put my own thoughts and feelings on it, and hopefully maybe you guys or girls will comment below and give me that sort of shove in the back, pat the back or whatever to keep me going. And some of you have already tried. And the topic is, of course, on the video, is Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is leaving the role of Batman. Now, from the very first beginning, when we first heard this, we had the clickbait sites and we had the haters and everybody else, John Campier, and everybody just dives in. I believe right now Collider is jumping on the bandwagon, and they'll be patting themselves on the back because these sites have been predicting this for a long time, and we've always been saying, no, it's a lie, you're false, and how do you know, where's your proof and where's your evidence that he's leaving? And we always, whatever Ben Affleck has said in the past, we've basically looked on the brighter side of what he was saying. We looked at the positive instead of listening to the negative sort of, because he's never came out. His actors, when it comes to talking about the movies that they're in, they're very political. They're like politicians. They won't tell you the truth. They won't say, this is rubbish or whatever, because they're under contract, as we all know, and it's their job to promote the film. Maybe a year or two later down the line, they can probably say how they truly feel. But until then, they cannot predict the future as much as we can. So when it comes to Ben Affleck, he's had a hard time. He has had a hard time since being cast as a role. And a lot of people screaming, no, not Ben Affleck, no. And he's put on a brave face for it. And then he plays Batman in a way that no one has seen before. So that also added to it. And of course the whole new name of Batfleck started to happen. And then his marriage was on the rocks and everything else, and then the daft womanizing thing happened that basically just went as quickly as it came. So that didn't do the film justice. So, and then he had to, and before that, he stepped down from directing the Batman movie that you had a vision and idea for, and he was writing the story for, and it was just too much, because you can't sort of put on that kill for 1 minute, a suit that takes probably an hour to get into, do an action scene and then quickly see behind the camera. It would be too much. Especially if you're directing your own action or directing stuntman, whatever. It was just too much for him to take on, and especially if he's having these problems like a lot of us do. It's no lie, a lot of us are suffering during our lives. We might not like to admit it. Mental problems, you probably jump on and say, I'm suffering from mental problems, but we always have that sort of time in our lives that we just feel low. and so he has been, especially in the limelight, the spotlight that he's constantly under with his own private life and stuff. Now, he's came forward many times and said, you know, I love being Batman, my kids love me being Batman, I'm a big Batman fan. He's dressed up as Batman and stuff, and he's came on stage and he says, you know, I'll be anything for Matt Reeves, and Batman is the best role that he's been given. So everything that has been said in the past interviews has been very positive. And even when it came to the Justice League at Comic Con, he came downstairs and he knocked away the rumours. And to most of our delight, we were ecstatic that most of the Bill Kish got trampled on, because these actors came out and said what we always wanted them to say, not just about Ben Affleck being Batman, but of directors and stories and everything else and reshoots. But in the last couple of comments that has been said, I'll put a link to one of them on a video. I'll probably try and do the sound, see if we can do the sound. But this was an article that's floating about on YouTube just now. Affleck was originally intending to direct the film, Batman, but that didn't work out due to reported script troubles. So Reeves was hired to retool the project and create a new Batman film series, possibly as epic as the Dark Knight trilogy. However, in the USA Today article, Affleck seemingly confirmed some long-standing speculation about when he will be leaving the Cape Crusader role. Matt Reeves' Batman is something I'm contemplating. You don't do it forever. So I want to find a graceful and cool way to seg out of it. Now, seg spelled S-E-G-U-E. So I looked up in the dictionary, and it means just a transition from one to the other. So what does he mean by that? You know, and for me, it only means he wants to go out in style. He wants to do a big film, then leave the role. Many have suspected that Affleck will not be Batman after Justice League, but the quote from Affleck himself suggests that he may use the Matt Reeves Batman film as his out for the character. Affleck, who also went into great detail about why Justice League is an important movie for these days, and he goes on and sings about heroes and stuff. Now, as I would love him, I would love him to be Batman for as many times, for another 5 or so films. I'd love him to do. But the most important thing I would love him to do, apart from just the standalone Batman film, forget the trilogy, just give us one, because we're all starting to blend in. We're all starting to love this Batman character with that Alfred. But then we have the Justice League. And we can't really have another Justice League. I mean, this is Batman. He's the main man. I've just watched an episode of Gotham there. This is, forget any Nightwing character. Forget anybody who dons the suit next. For me, Bruce Wayne will always be Batman. And to somehow change, for we've already had the death of Superman. Do we really need the death of Batman already? Otherwise, you're just going to leave him out on the next Justice League fella. So sorry about that. Just as you know, I'm getting better though. So I'll see if I can. No, this doesn't play it. Matt, if I go on to YouTube, see if I can get this up. Right, but I'll leave a link. Better yet, I might just fill in up Matt. History. Bum, bum, bum. So no. That's, oh god, imagine having a Marvel. I wish you could pick the trailers before videos. Right, okay, skip the ads. Oh, I honk my backside. Right, okay, here we go. So it's just a wee short clip. 1, 2.
And how many do you think that's going to be a 5-timer at least? I don't know about that. We'll see what the future holds. You're too,
So let's see. So he's talking about Suicide Squad. So
What's
that's,
happening, friends? Name's
so
Joe.
what else?
Yep.
Ah,
I tweet.
so that was my friend Philip Junkie. So he basically says, and that would have been the link. You go to Film Junkie, the interviews there. I don't know what show it was on, but he was talking about the films he's already done. Yeah, and he says if you count Suicide Squad, if you count Batman, and then he says, so is there going to be another one? And he says, I don't know about that. Now you can say that he's basically saying he has to wait how much Suicide Squad does. If you know, because like any actor, he doesn't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's a lot to put on. You know, this is a film director as well. Does he want to spend the next year or two doing this character? Does he not want his other projects out there? So he might be end up contradicting himself, saying, "Yeah, this is the best character ever to play." You know, he could be an 8 for Matt Reeves or whatever. So it's so that you can speculate. But so far, it's, you know, he could be he might be saying, I don't want to say 4 or 5 just now, because it all depends on the film. It depends on Warner Brothers if they want him. Depends on Matt Reeves if he wants Ben Affleck to be that part. But taking in mind what he said there, and taking in mind of that article that he says about, you know, because he does in his, I think, Justice League, Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman. So I don't know. Matt Reeves, he might play as an older Batman. Then you got the Flashpoint. He may play a wee tiny wee bit in that. But we really just want to see Ben Affleck as Batman. But right now, I'm sorry, but it's and I've been talking to a lot of people on Facebook. It's and even people that are like me defending him and saying that, you know, we can no longer guarantee, we can no longer basically tell you guys that we're confident that he's staying, and that is unfortunate. And I've seen a lot of the haters. I've seen all the comments. Oh, start mourning and just go and whatnot. But I would be sad to see him go. And to be honest, I mean, if he goes, you know, how is that important? Yeah, it's important. It would be like Henry Cavill. If he goes, if he goes, my page, that's finished. It started with him. It'll end with him. It'll be the end of the Zack Snyder verse or whatever. You know what else? Or would it carry on? I don't know. But to me, it's a heavy loss if you lose Ben Affleck. It'll be a heavy loss if you lose Henry Cavill. Even though Henry Cavill said he could play him all the way as long as Warner Brothers wanted him. Now that would have been a great response from Ben Affleck. See if he came out and said something like this. I would love to play Batman as long as Warner Brothers wanted me to. That way we know that he wants to do it, and if he doesn't do it, then we know it's not his decision, it's the studios. That's what we want. I think that's what we care for, is to have something from him saying, you know, because everybody's questioning, I don't think Ben wants to do it. I think he just wants out of it. He's been doing this. But then he comes on stage and he says, no, I want to play, I love this character, it's the greatest character ever. And I says, well, stop throwing us curveballs. Let us know the truth about this. We want you to want it. I want you. We want him to want the role, which I believe he does. Maybe there's a contract out there that says you can't say that. But Henry Cavill said it. He said he'll play Superman until day he dies, till studio lets him. So Ben Affleck, come out, put this to bed, let us know where you stand, because right now it's all hearsay. Right now you're giving us the impression that your future as Batman is really, really uncertain now. But if you give us some sort of response from the studio, if you say, listen, I want to be Batman in the next film, I want to be Batman in the next Justice League, but all determines on the studio. If they want us, that's what we want as fans. So, I'm thinking of even taking a minute's silence. But let us know what you think. Maybe you guys and girls can help this guy get back on the positive side of things. Man of Steel fan gives hope. Out.